Have you ever wondered how Vapi looks like when it is HIPAA enabled? In this video, I'm going to show you what happens when you click that $1,000 button Vapi and how that affects your account. So in this video, what we're going to do is we'll look over the basic overview of the process of how Vapi works when it is HIPAA enabled and possible setup in AWS. None of this is legal advice at all. So I'm just going to go through how the process actually looks like when you're using a HIPAA-enabled Vapi account. And just to read this out, this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal or compliance advice. HIPAA regulations change frequently and vary by situation. Always consult with a qualified HIPAA compliance professional and legal counsel before implementing any healthcare technology solution. The architecture shown is one possible approach and not a guaranteed compliant solution. This is educational content only. I am not a lawyer. I am not a HIPAA compliance expert or a healthcare consultant. This information may be outdated or incorrect by the time you watch this. Do not implement anything shown without proper legal compliance review, and you assume all risk. What are the general principles to make a HIPAA compliant build? So you need data protected when it's moving and when it's stored. So when we're moving it from Vapi into US, who can control it and who can't. You'd have to have some logs for auditing, and you need to have this log somewhere and then that information stored. And need to have proper documentation set up. Need to have BAA set up with every vendor in the chain, and need to have a proper retention and deletion procedures. So this is a very high level overview of a possible setup that may work or may not work with HIPAA. I'm going to do a really high level overview of what these are right now, just so you know what each one of these apps do. And so an API gateway creates a URL that then information gets sent and secured in transit using an API key and using HTTPS. This forwards a call info to our Lambda function within AWS, and this then payload gets passed, and we only extract information in that is not PHI, so personal health information. We then save the call data in an S3 bucket, and we server-side encrypt it automatically. We could also use a key management service or KMS to encrypt data, but S3 buckets do that for us. You could archive this after 30 or 60 days or whatever, and then we get stored in Glacier for up to 6 years, where this information is then retrievable by anyone if any patient requires it. We then use Athena to view the call data, and CrowdTrail is used for logs and auditing along with CloudWatch. If you are wanting to set this up by yourself from scratch, as if you've never been at AWS before, it might just take you a week and a half just to create a proper S3 bucket. And I think that's one of the easiest steps out of everything here. So what I want to do is actually show you how the Vapi account works when it's HIPAA enabled. So I'm going to jump into there and let's show you around. So in our account, when we go at the top, we go settings and then billings and add-ons. What will happen is you'll add in some payment method to your account or to your client's account. Once that's here, you will type in the client's name, the organization, and then click on this button. You'll get a pop-up. When this pop-up is here, you will then pay that $1,000. As soon as you pay, Vapi will send you a BAA contract, business associate addendum. They're going to send you that as an email. Once you get that, you guys sign this, and then you will then save that in a very safe spot somewhere. And then the example form that you'll get from it would look something like this. They agree to not use any underlying providers like our transcribers, our LLM SDTs to transport through and provide any data to go into those third-party providers. So what that also means is that we then don't have the ability to view anything in our Vapi account. How it looks like when your stuff is HIPAA enabled, I was going to go to the call where I actually called using my phone number. As you guys can see, there's nothing here that would help me identify who called, why they called. I don't have the recording of the URL of the call anymore as well. The only thing I've got is the cost. Everything gets deleted. So even if I go onto a web call, the one that I did most recently. So I'm just going to make a phone call now and show you. So by my AWS assistant and just have a call.
Hi, this is Sam from ABC Hospital. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hey. So my name's Henrik. That's my personal identifying information. And my phone number is 123456789. Okay, I'm just going to hang up. So we have the duration, where it was, and then the cost. But when we then jump into this, we have absolutely no logs anywhere about what happened in the call. And yeah, I did tell you guys that I'll show you how the BAA looks like. So at the top in the search bar, you'll type in the word artifact and you'll get this come up. You'll see a button here called a grievance. So we'll click on this. And you'll get now a list of agreements here that we can now sign. So what you would do, so mine's already active, but you would click on this. Here you'll get an orange button. It'll say download. It'll bring up a pop-up. In this pop-up, you read the document very carefully. You'll then click a button to say that you read it and then you accept it. And then once you've done that, you then accept the agreement and then let you to download it. Then you download it and you save it somewhere safe. And that's the process for that. So I just want to show you how that process would work like. If you are just starting out and you're not worried about HIPAA or anything like that, you just want to get started in the voice AI space, join our free school course. You'll find it in the description below.